high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises, give them all praises. Where the fuck am I going? Who the hell could I be? All this time I've been lost. Vessel trapped in the sea. Chains holding my legs. I just wanna be free. This picking my throat. Hell yeah, they know it. Heritage keep going. You can see it in my phenotypes and that damn Indian showing. This knowledge keeping me steady. 45 on my hip and my armor man stay ready. I hit the streets in my Chevy. Blunt burners, no smoking heavy. Man, here you go, I got plenty. Prayers up for what's in it. In the land I lost many. Cause every nigga ain't feeling, and every man ain't willing. No D-Bows but Stanley. No heroes for my family. But a pigs killing us daily. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises, give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises, give them all praises. Where the fuck do you come from? Kidnapping our babies. 11 million abortions. Whole country is scorching. Gator stealing my portion. Bitch, give me my land back. We ain't signed no contracts. Why you wasting all of our trust funds? We don't know who your dad is, but we know who your kinfolk is. Take the food off of my plate. Leave that shit with my folk. Motherfucking invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader. Sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises, give them all praises. Hey ya, 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 hey ya. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises, give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. All praises to the most high. Give them all praises, give them all praises. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, 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 Peace, peace, peace. Now the sounds of Ahanu, aka the A1 or the Tontonist one, whichever you prefer. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters throughout North, Central, South America, the Conjoining Islands, and all the other indigenous people throughout the world. Um, eh, it's gonna be a little small, lightweight jam, as usual. But no, well, let me rephrase that. Let me see something real quick, y'all. I'm trying to get something. Just give me 1 second. Alright, see the title of the video. And like I said, man, for the most part, the reason I got into this history was because, prior to all this shit I was studying, I was a Pan-African, okay? I came up in the system. I seen how they mistreated Black Americans here in this country.
and I so happen to see that. And I also see how they degrade us and put us in a lot of these different, how they disrespect the men with the dresses and all that. Like, so a lot of shit that been going on. You can clearly see that it's targeted towards a certain demographic of people, even though it might be targeted overall for everybody though. But for the most part, we see that a lot of things here in North America is targeted just for the so-called, you want to say African Americans. You ain't got to say Indians, okay? Because at this point in time, I don't even know if my people Indians. You understand what I'm saying? When you go to the places in which you're told that you came from, they tell you that you came from Africa just like everything else. So I don't even know if my people Indians, my dude, because none of these tribes are look like none of my people, and I'm just keeping it real. Like like I said, and I never got into this shit to be politically correct. I know what a black American look like, and that's all I assume to see when I look in a lot of these different tribes or look. If I don't see none of them, then I don't feel like I fit in there because them are my people. I'm not going to any of these tribes whether they recognize me or not and be like, oh, because I'm in the tribe now, oh, I'm gonna forget about my black people. I'm just one with all these different groups of people. But I know outside of this tribe, there's certain individuals who get targeted heavy. Even though you want to say Native Americans get targeted too, they get targeted as well. But it's a different thing with them. Like this oppression that we've been going through, these people only been going through that shit for about 100 years. They ain't been going through it that long. Because most of these people that they find of this certain look, they found these people in after the 1800s, man. After they done been here for almost 400 years, if you want to include them being in the Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to take all that into perspective, man. Cause like at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna always go with this. You see what my logo say? It say northeast, southeast. Okay, it say Aborigine. Okay, I already know where my people from, so that's why I focus on northeast, southeast. Now I go all out there and talk about the pyramids in Peru and all this other stuff, which we're gonna get into all that too. We're gonna get into all that today. All right, so I go into all that because all of that is part of the land that my people was from. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, black people in America, okay, black Americans didn't have no motherfucking identity. We thought we was Africans. We thought we was everything except what the hell your fucking grandmother said you was. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? The reason why, I tell people do your genealogy and everything, do all that. You know what I'm saying? If that's do that, try to at least go back at least 1800s where you can prove if you can find somebody in the 1800s, like beginning early 1800s before they was be moved and all that shit, then you good. Because you know your people ain't just come here and your people ain't got no other, if anything, maybe Caribbean in them, but at the most part, primarily your people is from here. Maybe I have some Europeans in them down the line, depending on what area it was in. Like if you further in like Tennessee, Alabama, and in certain them areas, it's different from Virginia because they came in Virginia first and they was in Virginia for a long time. It's like Massachusetts and New York as well. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I was always under the impression that this so-called Aborigine community was trying to wake up Black Americans, not no other people. Black Americans. That's what I'm in it for. I'm not. I mean, maybe other people must be interpreting what I say, but maybe I need to just do that shit all over again. Okay. Here, I'm not for no other fucking Indians, man. And I'm letting you know right now, I'm not. I'm only for the ones that's classified as African Americans and colored. That's it. I'm not for nobody. I'm sorry. I don't have time to. This is a race for resources. Land is a resource. The people who got the original land taken from them do no longer have it, which they need the resources. That's the reason why we're in poverty. That's the reason why we have no continuation of wealth or any of things of that nature. Okay? I'm not saying no, I'm not with the diversity shit at this time no more. Because it's like, people get into this and then they go on some of these tribes or whatever, and then they see, okay, there's other people on there, and they automatically start saying, okay, but no, go in the ghetto, go in there and look up Sheila Jackson, go in there and look up Sheila Jones, go up there and look up, these are your fucking people right here. But they don't know they Indians. But then, because you get accepted there, you like, oh shit, let's cape for all of the Indians they have on the map. Nah, B, I'm not doing that. Especially for ones who already know they Indians already. We could settle this shit. We could settle that shit after my people find out who the fuck they are. Because that's my mission statement. So maybe, I don't know if people here, if you thought maybe I was like, oh, just a Native American follower or study of Native. No, 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 no. I'm only for the Aborigines that was found in the Southeast, Northeast region. That's it. In the Caribbean, I fuck with the Caribbean, and I fuck with other areas too. But I'm looking for people who look like mine. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who look like people I know or people I see. That's what I'm looking for. Because these are the people who told they from Africa. So it's either or. Either the Indians looked it like this, and then the other people that came in are mixers, or we're fucking Africans. It's either or. It ain't no in between at this point in time no more. There's no in between no more. And I ain't even gonna be I'm not gonna be the bearer of bad news to motherfuckers. But I'm telling you, there's no in between. Either the Indians looked at one way, either they looked at like this, or they didn't look like this. Because I know damn well you're not going to tell me or try to fucking confuse me and tell me, oh, these is my people. Nah, I don't have nobody in my family look like that. What are you talking about? If they was here, okay, no problem. But I don't have nobody in my family that look like that. You can't keep selling that shit to me. You can't. You can't, because it's confusing me and it's confusing the rest of the people out here. Now, like I said, at the end of the day, that's my mission statement. I'm not here. I don't care about none of that other shit, man. You got 60, 70, you got 40 million people who don't know who the fuck they are. And what you got 5 million so-called people who classified as Native American that know they Native American and get checks and shit from the fucking government and got land and everything. Nah, B, I ain't got time for them. I ain't got time to say nothing about them. They got their own representations and nations and government. I don't have no time to talk about them. No time. I have no time. I have no time to talk about them. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, I go on some of these tribes, and this is how these people look. I don't want to be. I'd rather stay in I'd rather stay right here. Well, not directly right here in the ghetto, but if I go down a couple of blocks, it's the motherfucking ghetto, or what you consider the urban community, or the community where the undesirables live at, or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, though. But I know at least on this motherfucking reservation where I'm at, it's people who look like me, and I can sort out the motherfucking immigrants from that point on. From that point on, I can sort out the immigrants. I can look, and like I said, I can sort out it from that point on. From that point on, because I see people, like I said, man, like I really don't like really. I be trying. You know what? I ain't trying to keep nothing because I'm here for Black Americans. That's it, and that's what I've always been for. I'm not for no numerous different tribes and all that shit, man. Maybe people got me confused with somebody else. I'm not with none of that shit. And like I said, Mongoloid is Mongoloid. Mongoloid is the Asian looking Indians. I don't have none of them people in my family. If you do, I don't know what to tell you, but I can show you I can show you about 100,000 Black Americans, and you pick up one of them out of that. You pick that image of that out of them. And we can do it like that. And then you're going to have to say, well, no, okay, well, they have to be mixed with that then. Because it's not no in between. Either the Mongoloids is here first, or the people with the Asian features, or we was here first. Who was here first? Because all of these motherfuckers, everybody you read They're not saying, I mean, the most people who we study, or they give a descriptive term of what these people here looked at like. They say Negro. Everybody's not called the Negro. I'm sorry, even though we know Negro only means your status of when you're in bondage, or you are a slave, or you are someone who is a servant, or someone who's been conquered, or conquered people. Maybe that's what the word really means, but we know the descriptive term who they fucking apply that term to. They don't apply that term to everybody. So I know what a Negro look like, and I know what a Negro don't look like. They applying to people here as fucking Negroes, not no Mongoloids or no Asian looking people. No, 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 no. I know what I read. Maybe other niggas got the wrong impression of this Indian or this Aborigine thing. Now, this is me, so don't get me confused with nobody else. And if I don't fit into your narrative or what you believe, yo, do not comment on my comments, bro, and come disrespectful to me. None of you niggas, because I do not do that to any of you niggas. Do not come in my comments being disrespectful or saying what the fuck you want to say, because it's my channel. I don't go to nobody channel disrespecting them. Nobody channel. If I don't agree with what you say, I just turn the channel and go watch something I do agree to. I don't sit in there and tell you what you should believe. I'm a grown fucking man. I'm 43 years old. The last time I checked, my mother name is Yvonne. You understand what I'm saying? And my father name is James. So with that being said, I only answer to the Most High when it comes to that. And these videos I put out there are grafted after the energy of the Most High, because Christ was only for the tribe of Judah. If I'm not mistaken, if you believe in any of the scriptures, you'll see Christ was for the tribe of Judah, and God was only for the Israelites. He was not for everybody else. He was not for everybody else. So you gotta sort that shit out, because I know the knowledge of it. I know the knowledge of it. But at the end of the day, when we are the ones that's not recommend, come on, bro, you gotta see. Look, and hold up, and you know what? I'm trying to get on my other fucking computer because I wanna put the other images on there, because I'm working from my laptop, but I wanna shoot on my laptop, but I got all the other videos on my desktop or whatever. Like, because my GoPro, these videos I shot right here, I shot from my phone. The other ones on my GoPro, I connect to my desktop or whatever. I'm gonna put them on my laptop, but I don't like the GoPro thing is kind of funny. It's like my computer is not responding to it, but this HP is. I don't know for some reason, but nonetheless though, my phone, when I put my phones in, it automatically downloads everything. So when I plug it up into the laptop. All right. So look, man, I'm gonna play this conversation that I had with the Choctaw Nation. Okay, we're gonna come back to this. Jag or anybody else, if you want to come through, send me a link or email, and you could come through. And like I said, I ain't got nothing against nobody, okay? But just understand that I'm only for Black Americans. I'm not for none of that other shit that niggas may think I was for. I don't know if people understand that. I don't know if people. That's it. That's it. I may fuck with. I'm saying, for the most part, Jamaicans and Haitians, people in the Caribbean, people in South America, whatever. But they gotta identify with the shit that I identify with. That it was black people here. You can't be telling me, okay, well, these people are from because we are the lost ones. We are the ones who think we are everybody else except who we are, man. And then, like I said, at the end of the day, when you add that up, and then you say to yourself, well, damn, you know what? These people on these reservations running around here like damn fools ain't speaking up for you. They don't care. They ain't saying nothing. They ain't even giving you the hint that you was a Indian. They going with telling you African too. So at the end of the day, it's like you ain't got no culture freedom here, my dude. And that's what the whole purpose of the documentation is for, man. Because you have no culture freedom. They laugh at you when you say you are Indian, and you heard it your motherfucking self, dude. You heard it yourself. You heard it. They all gonna laugh at you on some curvy shit. And then when you go to Africa, they all gonna laugh at you too. So you lost. What did my man say? What did he say in the beginning of the song? Who the fuck could I be? Nobody else got that problem. Everybody happy about their coach. Everybody happy about this, that, and the third. You know, these people happy, but us. We saying to ourselves, who the fuck could I be? Who the fuck am I, yo? Where my people from? You glad to be about for your, so where my people from? Where the people that look like me? Because my people don't look like everybody, man. So if you want to say some people may have some features that look like us, but my people specifically. Hold on. I mean, I don't play. If you know your party's extension, hold up. Now. If you would like to dial by name, press the pound key. Let me see something. If you wish to speak to our receptionist during normal business hours, press 0 now or continue to hold, and you will be automatically connected. All right, hold up. I'm gonna play it in a minute. Hold up. All right, but what I'm saying is, my people, the ones that sitting here lost and fucking goofy and shit, and said, "Yeah, my grandmother said we was an Indian, but we don't believe that shit, man. We from Africa, man. I'm African. I ain't, man. Yeah, they always say that in my family. And then what? Because he don't see nobody who look like him, and he might go to a powwow. He might go to a powwow, my dude. He might go to the powwow which his people supposed to have been going to. He might go to a powwow, okay? And he don't see none of his people here. So now look, let's deal with this shit. All right? Since people, like I said, man, this shit was understood, don't need to be explained, but obviously it's not fully understood. You understand? So once again, let me just see something real quick. Boom, let's go here. I'm gonna go back here real quick. All right. Now this young lady right here is what you will call a person with a substance abuse problems, okay? And I'm not calling her out, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful toward the lady or whatever, but around this is what we call her. But she ain't that disconnected from reality to not know who the fuck she is. But yet, I'm gonna show you something too. Watch this. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. Oh, I know what y'all gonna hit me with. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. See. Did you hear it on both sides or one side? On both sides. So you heard on your father's side when you met this young lady? Can you? This is a female. I just randomly met this young lady. Can you please tell your brothers how you know you're Indian? I know that from my great grandmother told you, right? My great grandmother. Did you hear it on both sides or one side? On both sides. So you heard on your father's side and your mother's side. What tribe? Cherokee Indian. So you was Cherokee Indian on both sides. Yes. Okay. So where your family from in the South? Alabama. In Alabama. South Carolina. In South Carolina. What's your last name? What's your last name? I'm Jones. Jones? You need to look up your last name. Jones. Clark. The Jones. And Jones and Clark. Mm-hmm. All right, no doubt. Coach for freedom. Thank this young lady, man. All right, hold up. I'm gonna go to one more. I'm gonna go to her for sure. Where you from? So your tribe? Cherokee. Okay. North Carolina. Now, what you were saying about the African thing? Okay. Now, just say when I was growing up in the South, North Carolina, I never heard anything about African and black. I always heard about Indians. So when did African come into play? But I'll say lately, not very, 60s, very, 70s, yeah, 60s, what roots around roots time? Right. So you think it was like a mind control thing that they put into it? Yes. Really? That's what I believe, because I still don't believe. How old are you, man? 80. What's your name? Marie. Huh? Marie. Okay, my name is, I don't want to say my name, but my name is Ahanu. Mm-hmm. Ahanu means friend to everyone in Algonquin. Okay, now my mother, that's why I still say, I don't mind, I do say I'm black, but my mother was born in Louisiana, and she was French and Indian. Okay, yes. But the Indian side was black. Black. That's right. My mother's black. Wow. French and
And she wasn't French. French and Indian. She was Indian. What? Nazi? You know, was Nazi Indian or just what tribe do you? You don't know. I don't know. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Okay, I appreciate it. You're welcome.
Let me tell y'all something too, man. The Southeast motherfucking Indians ain't wearing none of this goofy shit these niggas got on too, yo. And let me just, I'm gonna reframe that. We ain't wearing none of this shit they got on it, man. This is not what we was wearing, what we was doing here, bro. Okay, so if you looking at this and thinking this is your culture, then you wrong. And like I said, you know, it's just about awareness. It ain't so much about trying to say, all right, well, you can start your own code. Yeah, okay. Well, we need more people that. Or how we gonna meantime get the message to them? I mean, it'd be great to do that, but you already have people out there that got these tribes, and they still, like I said, still going through a hard time of any legal representation for them to be acknowledged or what they are. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see these Indian, oh, they too black to be, but they never said an Indian was too white not to be an Indian, though, right? But then it's not cool. Oh, well, you can't speak about this, right? This is not what we supposed to be talking about. We supposed to just go on them powwows and just accept everybody there as, oh, these are all Indians. The motherfucker just told us on the damn when we spoke to him, he said all the people on the in part of the nations are not Indians. He told you that. So why would I want to be part of some shit where all the people there are just part of the nation, but they're not real Indians, and you ain't nothing but a motherfucking peon in there. They ain't gonna accept you as the great chief. You gonna walk up, they gonna look at you like, okay, this the nigga Indian or whatever. They're gonna look at you, oh, this is the nigga Indian. Okay. And if they do accept you, they're never gonna tell you. You be like, hey man, let me ask y'all a question. Hey, do you know what the Indians looked like? Like, well, can you give me a descriptive term? Oh, they looked like me. Like, and you be like, what? like, oh, nah, well, they was diverse, man. Yeah. They looked at like you. They looked at like him. They looked at like him. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Just so happened everybody in my head got now. Everybody in my head got they look they I ain't gonna say they all look one type of way, but I'm smart enough to know that I'm smart enough to look at my family and see certain things. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I can look at one side, I can look at the other side, and then I can say, oh, okay, all right, okay, I see where this came from. Okay, so she's not indigenous to this land. She just mixed with the indigenous person. Oh, okay, all right, I see that. Okay, I see that too. But yet, you see this guy, you see this shit right here? All of them people who I just interviewed, do you see any of them in this fucking phone, man? Do you see any of them amongst these people that's running around here dancing? Do you see any of them amongst them? Any of them? Any of them? The shit is ambiguous. You see these people, look, and I'm keeping it 100. I don't give a fuck who feel what you feel. Look, seen one brother, and you seen a couple of kids that look like I don't know. I don't even want to say it. Look at this shit. Look, find look, look, now look. Okay, I'm just saying they might be Indians and everything. Wonderful, but do they look like her? Cause she gets said she's a Cherokee too. So like, I mean, like what? Okay, I get it. Okay, so let's go to something else real quick. All right, and I'm gonna swing it back around. Let me see something. Watch this. Watch what you read when you hear this. Watch this. Watch this. Let me see something. Hold up. Now look what this lady think. Look at this. Listen to this right here. Look. It says, I am a descendant of Cherokee Nation black slaves. Tribal citizen is our birthright, right? Now, look, check this out, right? Now, tribal citizen is our birthright, right? Now, I'm going to go to the Chickamauga in a minute. I'm going to show you they enslaved the Chickamauga, right? Now, look. Now, they're Williams. These are some of the Williams. Florence and Regent Ragsdale, okay? Now, some other people, Edgar and Oma Lewis and Maxine Cooper, all right? Now, okay, you see how they look, you know they colored, but you see how they look too, and you know they colored. You see how she look, and you could tell they colored. Now, I know niggas like, man, Thompson, when you petty to the motherfucker. Nah, I'm not petty, bro, because you know what? Any of the dark-looking Indians are always going to be called Africans, my dude. And none of these people and none of these tribes are never going to admit it, bro. The only way you can prove this is by proving what the word Negro do not fit their typical stereotype of what we think they look like. Now niggas sitting here like, oh man, you see the hard time we got trying to be a part of any of these tribes. They don't even want you there. Now listen, let's go with this, right? After decades, the Cherokee Nation voted overwhelmingly to deny citizenship for descendants of people it enslaved. Now listen, now they denied us, but you got niggas mad because I'm making videos about this shit. So okay, and like I said, for the most part, if you don't understand this, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm only mainly for Southeast because I'm from the Southeast America. I was told that the people here was brought here on an African slave motherfucking ship. Okay, this is what I was told. Upon further research, I find out, oh, wait a minute, man. Oh, they saying it was black people all up and down this motherfucker. And then the images, I don't have pictures to prove it. They don't have the original pictures that was all. They got pictures on Oklahoma territory. So a lot of them pictures that people be taking and you be seeing are because you may have black Indians that went down there and started mating with a lot of them women. But that still don't mean that's what the people here looked at like. The people in the Southeast, so you got to understand something. Do you please understand what the fuck I'm telling you or telling y'all, okay? You look in the southeast, them are the original Cherokees and all these other tribes, and all up into Louisiana and all that. But the people on these reservations are claiming to be that. Them people will tell you that they're full-blooded Indian and you're African, bro. Just like my man told you on the phone. Just like he told you on the phone. But yet you got people who you can just literally walk up to and they say, yeah, I'm Cherokee. They know, but they think this. Let's get into this right here. Let's get into this. All right. So after a decade, the Cherokee Nation voted overwhelmingly to deny citizenship for descendants. Now we already in red. We already in red. The treaty. So these dirty motherfuckers got a treaty with us, agreeing to do one thing, but then they would deny you later on, to where you got to go through one of these U.S. Supreme Courts, to where they gotta decide your fate and shit, amongst another motherfucker. But for the most part, look. So you supposed to have compassion for these people? I don't know. Are you? Are you? You supposed to have compassion for these people? A nigga sit up there, you got people, you got black people on drugs getting shot down every fucking day. Them people ain't in none of the situations that we experience, my dude. So what time do you have to speak up for some fucking Mongol looking Indians, man? Or whatever phenotype you want to call them, because they're not white, they're not black, they're not fucking Indian from of East Indian. So what the fuck are they? A mysterious group of fucking people? Fuck out of here, man. And that's what I'm saying. Now listen, check this out, right? So look, now we already know what happened to the Chickamauga. The Chickamaugas was enslaved. And all of these other tribes was enslaved by these bastards. And then they just called them the Cherokee, because that's a whole new name. That ain't, and a lot of people think that, oh, the French pronounce. No. I think they just invented that shit. They created that amongst the new tribes to confuse people, because that wasn't among none of the territories that you find when you study this shit. You don't hear that. You don't hear none of these explorers mentioning no fucking Cherokees. None of them. You don't mention none of them mentioning no Cherokees. None of them. They say the Saugi or the Aniawanya or the people of the Appalachians, mountains, or etc. They will say all that, but they will never say the Cherokee, because you know that this is the name that they made up. But then, like I said, most of our people, this is what we was told along the way who we were, because we didn't know what tribes we were, because we was enslaved on our land. And then the ones who wasn't enslaved on that land stayed back, or they were just stripped totally for whatever tribal existence they had. They just knew they was an Indian. They just knew they, or like I said, maybe with the shit we always do is what we've been doing, even when we was in the tribe. The same shit we do in the hood. Come outside, come chill, sit on the porch. The sun come out, just chill, laugh and shit, and joke, play games and shit. This is what we always do. This is the same shit we do in the summertime. Water fountain come on, niggas out, oh shit, turn the water fountain on. Because niggas can't jump in them lakes like we used to do. You understand what I'm saying? We can't jump in them lakes because now Europeans living, they done sold that land. That land going for the highest bid. You can't even afford to buy it if you wanted to buy it. You can't go jump in the lake. You're going to have to pay to go there too. These lakes are fucking ain't profitable. Just like the fucking beaches in Jersey. You can't even get on the fucking Jersey beach for free. These bastards will charge you to get on the fuck. How the fuck do you charge something that God put there? Oh, because you picking up garbage? Oh, because you picking up garbage, then you could just put a gate up and say, and then tell everybody, well, you ain't getting in. And then have the enforcement people like, oh, well, if they jump this, he committed a crime. And them same subways in New York that was already there, that they just put up new stuff was already there. All them subway, how the fuck they built all them subway tracks in all that bit of time? Them shit's been there. That's why they look the way they look. Them shit's been there, okay? Them shit's been there. Grand Central Station, been there. Grand Central Station is not no new shit. That's something that been there. Okay? Now, like I said, when you look in these tribes, when you look, this is a live testimony from somebody, okay? But you look in these tribes, these are the people. And see, people look like this, so they want you to not talk about this shit. Now look at this shit. Niggas ain't got that in them. Niggas don't do none of this goofy shit. Bro, this ain't no, bro, my dude. Don't no niggas do this shit. But because we look at them as Indians and we be like, oh shit, that's an Indian. Oh, that's what they do. That's what they do. No, motherfucker, that's what they do out there in Oklahoma. What the Indians do now is like Gucci Man and Jeezy and all these motherfuckers. The nigga from Black Mafia family, BMF and shit. Them niggas is Indians, man. But like I said, at the end of the fucking day, you have no culture freedom. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. All these other people got culture freedom. A white man could be an Indian, a motherfucking Latino could be. Well, who classify? Because we know Latinos over here could be classified as black or white. Okay, so we can separate that. And the same thing with Hispanics. They come here, they can be classified black or white. The ones that's obviously black ain't getting out of that. Okay, over here, we know. Probably in their country, and they still got caste systems there. They still got caste systems there. So don't act like there ain't no caste systems in none of them countries in Central or South America or even in the Caribbean where they treat the people who darker the worse. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, you at some point in time, it's either this right here. You see these people right here? Either these are Indians. Look, look. Or this is an Indian. Let me see something. Hey. Or this is an Indian. Who the Indian? I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. That's why I make these videos. Because I don't. If it come to me and these tribes and what these people in these tribes look like, then I'm not an Indian. I'm going back to Africa. I'm going back to Africa unless I find a tribe that have people who represent me. And I'm not kidding you, nigga. You think I was playing when I said that shit? I'm dead fucking serious, man. Because you know damn well deep down in a lot of you hearts that none of you look like none of these people on these tribes, man. I'm talking about black Americans. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm talking about black Americans. You know deep down inside, you don't look like none of these people on none of these tribes. So a lot of times that shit is discouraging. So if a nigga like me didn't have to read to you that Andrew Jackson said that if you give them jurisdiction, you can stay, where would you want to send us? Oh, to Oakland. Oh, okay. So you let us stay. Niggas can't understand that. Add that with people die from diseases and all this other shit that they tell you. Boom, you ain't never figuring this shit out. Your best bet is to look over there and see somebody dark over there in Africa and say, oh shit, they look like me. So I guess I gotta be from over here. Because none of these Indians look like me. And that's the truth. I don't know what niggas classifications is. I don't know what some of you niggas who probably got problems with me, what you're classified as, but my people is classified as colored and Negro. Okay, so I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else or other people. The majority of people here are classified as colored and Negro. Okay, so we got similarities. Okay, so if you don't consider yourself or you don't consider anybody in your family, and like I said, considering go both ways. You don't have to consider it, but you understand what I'm saying. Is anybody in your family classified as colored? Or do they have color on their birth certificate? Then okay, we're the same fucking people. And we're trying to prove to other people that we're Indians. The people on the reservations ain't got no problem. They saying everything is a fucking Indian except you. So, and that's what I'm trying to say, man. People get impartial to this shit, though. But like I said, when I was in the Pan-African community, I was saying everything that was invented by people of darker hue, because we didn't have no we had no sense of self-pride. We thought we was fucking slave. Every fucking Black History Month, they show you your people getting hit upside the head with fucking clubs and dogs getting sick on them and getting lynched. And then decades before that, according to their history, they treated you worse. So now we come out of that with no pride. And whether there was Black slave owners or not, by the time when the kid when the Cherokees broke up and they formed them two things out of the Cherokee, which was basically the KKK and the Democratic Party, they made sure that they oppressed everybody else who looked like that. I promise you, there was not many Black people in the South that had money after 1870. William Ellison, who was in the South, After 1870 would not been there, because after that, then the racism really started. Okay, that's when the racism really started. Okay, all the other shit they weren't even showing. It was about land, and it was about if you was gonna give up your land to them. If you gave up your land, then you was cool with them. But after that, they created a class system, which white was better and black was worse. So if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to fucking tell anybody. But look, let me read this, man. All right, so now she thinks she already didn't disqualify herself from being indigenous here. She don't know the news. All right, so it said, decade after the Cherokee Nation voted overwhelmingly to deny citizenship for descendants of the people enslaved, a district court judge invalidated the tribe decision. The Cherokee Nation has long argued that only those with Cherokee blood should be citizens, excluding from descendants of his black slave. Now listen, what the fuck did my man say the other day? He said that you got people in Cherokee Nation that ain't even Indians, but they still part of it. And you heard him say that, but yet they will automatically. So that's why I do this. We're going to find out what the real Indian look like. And it might hurt people's feelings. Okay, we're going to find this shit out. This shit is not going to be ambiguous. It's not going to be a melting pot, and we're going to figure out. And then we're going to separate the people, that the invaders, the Spaniards that came here. Even though we could say some of the Spaniards was black, but at a certain period of time, they was only sending over the European Spaniards, my dude. That the Europeans, as well as the motherfucking as well as the people with the Asian features. So, like I said, the majority of my niggas, Jay-Z, Nas, Gucci Man, and all of them niggas don't look like no fucking mongoloids. Them my people. So I don't know. Maybe they're not your people, or maybe they don't fit into what your family tree look like. But that's a little bit what my family tree look like. Shit, I got a couple of Billy Oceans in my family tree too. Motherfucker like Billy Oceans and shit. Ashford and Simpsons, all of that shit, my dude. And none of these people look like none of these motherfuckers on these fucking plantations. Or probably one or two people who snuck in and was able to get that off. But if they see a whole block of us coming, like you see in the beginning of this video right here, look. In the beginning of this video, what do you see? Let me see something. Let me see. Oh, let me see something. Matter of fact, here, let's go to another video. Fuck that. Let's go to another video. We already established. Now I got a Seminole inside my what's the name. But let's go to another video. Let's look at what the Seminoles look like. Look. Let's see if we get any luck. Let's see if you can find anybody look like you.
This time, I want to say welcome to our veterans, our Eagle Staff Carrier, Mr. Daniel Lee. Are you on the stage, Staff Carrier? Mr. David Lee. Prepared with our school tribal colors, Mr. Brendan Scotland. We say welcome, gentlemen. And we also want to say welcome to our royalty. Oh, you're looking so beautiful.
Have you seen any of your fucking people yet?
On the real though,
Hey, man,
nah.
look, hold up.
Ain't even gonna lie, nah.
Hold up.
I ain't seen none yet. On the real though.
I thought you separated the Seminoles and said half the Seminoles were black, right? Oh, look. Let me see something. Hold up. Mm-hmm. Loud. That's right. Loud ass cousin. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, we gonna run through a few of these today. Look, I got plenty of time, man. Look, we gonna go through a few more. Nah, nigga, like wrote a song about it. Wanna hear it? Here we go. Look. Do you see any of your fucking family members in here? And if you do, it's only one out of all of them. But not all black people got people in their family that look like this. I'm sorry.
I can't front neither, man. I ain't not them right there. Nah.
Dad, you see your family?
Nah, we supposed to have
Huh?
a seminar. I supposed to have a seminar connection, man. I got a lot of connections to some tribes,
Now
man.
look.
But I don't know that.
Now look. Now, when you Google Black Seminole, why the fuck they giving you different looking people? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why they separating us? Why they separating us from them people? Huh? You tell me why. You fucking tell me why, homeboy. You tell me why. I got an aunt look just like young female, brother look just like him, or family look just like him. Okay? Look. Everybody there look like somebody in my family. I don't know what to fucking tell them. Other people didn't. Okay?
All right.
Okay? But guess what though? Guess what? They're gonna tell them people. They're gonna hit them with a bombshell. Oh, well, you do know that the only reason you're indigenous because the African slaves, you do understand that, right? And the little girl right there gonna cry. You understand? She gonna cry because you done smashed her whole existence, man. You still an African, you're still sent back over there. And then your own people will help you. Because they up there telling, saying these people in these tribes, look, these are your people, man. They not our people. I ain't got no time to worry about them people in them fucking tribes, bro. When you got your people getting shot down and shit like that. Because you ain't worried about them. That's why. You looking at this shit with that diversity shit that they tell. When they was lynching motherfuckers, it wasn't no diversity in that.
That's
Was
right,
it?
man. Shout
Was
out.
it
Hey,
diversity when they was lynching us, bro? Yes or
hell
no?
no.
Yes
Hell
or
no.
no? You can find one instances of probably a Mexican getting hung or whatever, but for the most part, them was motherfucking Negroes. So now you tell me, was it diversity was it all that diversity when they was fucking hanging you from trees?
Okay.
You tell me. I mean, we could be honest about this shit. If it was, you tell me.
Bro, the hell no it wasn't.
You want to say the few white people who they hung with us? Who might have been helping me, but because the few white people that was helping me, I supposed to exonerate the white people who was hurting me. So I supposed to say, oh, because these few people helped me, then these people right here are still good. They still good somehow, right? You ever see Emmett Till face? Huh?
Word.
Let's take a look at Emmett Till. Hold up. Let's take a look at some things, my dude.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the ones too, man. Some people putting out there, and I know Dane put it out there too, how they changing up these old cemeteries and putting Africa on them, man. Like, Yo, this is something serious, man. So I mean, real talk, man. Ain't no need.
Now look, was there any diversity amongst this shit? Look, look, why are all these people standing around? This is hate speech, right? This ain't no fucking hate. This is history, nigga. This shit is on the internet, nigga. This shit is on the internet, nigga. You can motherfucking Google this shit. So this shit is something that's tangible, that's reality to us. It might not be reality to the next individual, but that shit means a lot when I see this shit.
That's right, man. I mean, that's real talk, you know. Especially if these people can now represent our culture and history,
Look,
there is no culture freedom. That ain't culture freedom, man.
look.
It's not. You're right, man. It's not at all.
I don't know how to fucking spell this nigga name. Let me see something. Now you see how the brother look? Look. You see what they did to him? You see what they did to him? And that was done by people who came here from another country that didn't respect the people of the land. That wasn't done. That was done by people who invaded here. You see that? Now, like I said, that ain't even trying to be funny or nothing, but this shit exists. And you know that it exists. And then when people show you what's the differentials in us and other people, and like I said, you gotta even Google, why do I gotta Google black Seminoles to see Seminoles? Why the fuck I couldn't go here to the Seminole powwow? Oh, that's something new. Hold up. Why I couldn't go here to the Seminole powwow and find one here? Because they got African in them. So where the fuck these people right here that's dancing around these suits from? What country did they come from?
Right.
So they real Indians, then I assume, then, huh? So are these real Indians then, Jag? I don't know. Are they? Or where the fuck are they from?
Man, according to the research we've been studying, to the actual documents by archaeologists and anthropologists, even conquistadors been describing to us that the American Indian is of the Negro, who they call a Negro as they colonized us, not Negro people who got so-called Negro features. You know what I'm saying? Like they talking about Negroes that they found in America, not Negroes from other countries. So those people right there are at this powwow right here, which, you know, if we having powwows, then maybe we need to put it on YouTube or something. Cause, you know, I tried to find some powwows where our people was mostly dominant as far as Negroes. And it ain't been, you know, it's not going down like that yet. People have even been recording themselves going to powwows, and you still see the same type of, you know, mostly. I can't even say what type of people they are, because they have a different, you know, I don't know if it's Siberian, I don't know if it's Asian, I don't know if it's Russian. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I know I don't have anybody in my family that look like that at all. And I'm just being honest. Like, I can't vouch and say that's what the history tells me. And then the fact that you could call these people and they don't actually give you the information regarding to you being the original Negro, because I mean this is really fraud, man. It's really fraud. So,
And you know another thing? In this book, it mentioned Chief Corn Silk. Chief Corn Silk Chief Corn Silk is that motherfucker that's on a coin with the afro. The one I took that and put it for culture freedom though. But that's the pin that's on there. It's a Chief Corn Star something or whatever though. But that's on there too. But hold up, I'm gonna show you. We gonna get down into something. I ain't gonna pull up nothing. I'm gonna just read from here. I ain't gotta go no further. I can read right from here. Now look. All right. Now hold up. All right, now let's go here. All right, it say on the third day, the queen disappeared. De Santos sent his guards to find her, but to no avail. She did not wish to be found. Taking advantage of her absence, De Soto entered one of the pyramids of the mounds that were scattered around about town. The Talmuco, the religion, and the political center of the Kufit Ta. I can't pronounce that. It's saying the mound was 100 feet long and 40 feet wide with massive doors. As he entered the doors, he encountered a pair row of emerging wooden statues with diamond-shaped heads. It's saying the guardian of the sacred world bore first baton, then knives, and lastly bows and arrows. Like the ancient pyramids of Egypt, these temple mounds contain statues of notable persons of antiquity and chests filled with the remains of their elders. Scattered about the temples were bundles of fur, breastplates, and weapons. Stand up, Israel, because that's you. Stand up, Judah. It's saying tools for the next. It's saying covered with pearls, colored leather, and something like green emeralds, like we see with the brother from Florida that put them inside the tortoise shells. Okay, now look. It says De Soto and his men quickly pondered the ancient temple mounds among the booty were items of a European make, Biscayan, axes and irons and rosary. It's saying with their crosses. De Soto and his men determined that these materials were remnants of the earliest expedition of Lucas Vasquez. All right. It's saying and his aborted settlement on the Carolina coast, just as with De Santos expedition, African slaves, and you're gonna throw the African slaves in, but we're gonna read through a little bit. It said had encompassed the Anya, whatever settlement. It's saying colony in Peddy
The
River in
PD,
15,
PD.
huh?
Yeah, that's the PD River.
PD. You said
Yeah,
PD. Hold up. You know what? Hold on. Let me get you because I got you on speakerphone. Hold on. Let me take this shit off.
yeah, PD. And then that's the Kofa Takichi. That's the same article they got in our museum telling you how the Soto invaded the coast of Carolina. It's basically the same thing as this.
But look, listen to the narrative at first. Now, like I said, even in the book, it tells you, right? It try to cross the narrative of Africans being
It
here sometime, then black people being here sometime. And like I said, even in this book, the person who wrote this shit, he know. Well, let me just get through this right. So, all right. So you said the Pidity. How you
PD,
pronounce it? The
PD.
The Pidi River in
Yep.
1526. When there was a crisis over leadership, the colony fell into disarray. In the midst of the crisis, the slave revolt further ripped the settlement apart. With the colonies in shambles, many of the African slaves many of the African slaves fled to live amongst the nearby native people. Now, this is the narrative that he paints, but he's gonna also try to redeem himself and let you summarize it for yourself. Now, he said, according to De Santos, these refugees must have lived amongst the confit whatever it's saying and taught them the craft works of the Europeans. Now he's saying this is what the Africans teaching them, but and he's trying to say that they Moors. He really trying to say that they Moors, but you gotta just read between the lines or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying the European, because the original Europeans was Moors. All right, or what we consider to be black Europeans. All right, we ain't gotta even give them the title of the Moors, but let's continue. All right, so all right, say when lady, I can't pronounce that cow, but this might be
Yeah,
cow.
that's for Kofa Takichi.
Kofa Takichi might have something to do with Calfia. It might have something to do with this, but I'm not correct right now. But Kota, go pronounce it for me. The lady of
Kofa Takichi.
finally returned. This Soto seized her and forced her to tell him where more wealth, such as had been found in the temples, was to be gained. See, they was trying to rob it and they needed a motherfucking aborigine shown. She said that there was greater riches further inland, right? De Soto and his men set out to search of this land, carrying with them the women chief. It's saying in return for good treatment they received from her after 7 days of travel over the lofty ridges of the Appalachian Mountains, where the Western Carolina parties arrived after Providence of the Kalak. I can't pronounce it, but I guess that's how I pronounce it. The Sherlock. All right, it say after staying a few days, the how you pronounce that? The
I think it's the Chula or the or the
Chula
or the or the Chwala, something like that.
Chula. All right, Chula. The party set out for the further land near the Goulet, the Goulet. That's they talking about the Goulet. They talking about this is where shit came from, right? But it's saying there was more indication that there was mounds. All right, now hold on. Let me jump ahead a little bit because I just wanted to get into some of the other stuff. Hold up, I was right here. All right, early points of contact. This is where I wanted to go. All right, so now, all right, we read say when the enslaved Africans from the Soto expedition fled their slave masters, they found refuge among. Now listen, this is what he's saying the first time, right? We're gonna make other reference to black people already being here. Found refuge amongst the native people of the American Southeast. All right, now how ironic is that? In doing so, they found people not unlike themselves. The indigenous people of West Africa and the American Southeast possess similar worldview because they the same fucking people. Okay, it's saying rooted in their historical relationship. See, when people write about this, they only go by, okay, there may have been Africans going here, so they still saying that the reason that the Indian looked like he looked because of the African. So it like we ain't never gonna get away from that shit until you prove that either it was Indians here that looked in particular like we do in the Southeast, or we Africans. It's either or. And you niggas running around saying you Aborigine should be asking yourself that same fucking question. Because you go on one of them motherfucking, you go on one of them fucking powwows and you see if you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna feel because that ain't even your culture. Hey, you go fishing with your fucking father is more culture of what you was doing than you running around there with them suits on, spinning around in circles, man, getting dizzy.
Yeah, that's true. Actually singing
Yeah,
and
you understand what I'm saying? Now, look,
really having a choreographed dance, a
bro,
real festival where you
look.
traveling down your actual highways or streets, getting everybody involved, not just in one particular area.
That's right. Now look, check this out. Now let's check this out. All right, so now he's saying they had the same exact culture as the people in the Southeast and West Africa. All right, so it said physical appearance aside. Now he's gonna try to cover up, but look, it said these runaway African slaves found that the similarities between themselves and those who provided sanctuary far outweighed their differences. There are every possibility that the relate. Now look, here you go. Going in again, check it out. Going again, look, check this out. And I'm gonna read a few more things, and then we're gonna go back to what we was talking about. All right, so it's saying there's every possibility that the relationship between Africans. See, anytime a black person found here, he's automatically deemed an African. Automatically. Automatically. Now, them people that's dancing around in that circle, you cannot find none of them people that look like that in Africa. So I don't like I said, if you had to really compare it and start looking at phenotype, you have to be an investigator. You have to be an investigator to get here this far with me because I'm doing investigative work. I'm not sitting up here like just saying, all right, well, I'm an Indian, so I'm gonna just go on a fucking a reservation with Indians. I'm like, hold up, man. Look, man, these motherfuckers ain't the same as me, man. These niggas, I might as well watch BET. Or, I'm not saying that them people represent me on BET neither, but goddamn, they got some cultural remnants or something I can identify with. Okay, the feather, wonderful. I got one in my hand right now. But at the end of the day, look, my dude, give me the shit, give me the suede pants and the motherfucking bow and arrow and the fucking feather. Okay, I'm cool with this. But all that other shit, I don't know about that. Your feather crown, motherfucking grass skirt, fuck it. Fuck it. I roll like that. At least I got images of people here that was rocking that shit all over the Americas, from fucking Canada to the Caribbean to Peru, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Now look, let's get into this, right? Let's deal with this shit, all right? Let's just deal with this, all right? So now there's every possibility that the relationship between Africans and Native Americans stretches much further back than history or historians willing to acknowledge. Now we know everybody agree with it. Everybody agree with this. Though it's highly a controversial topic, it seems that the possibility of first contact between Africans and Indians did not occur in the early 16th century. As it is commonly assumed, this possibility has been underscored by the discovery of the of the Negro skull in Brazil, dating back to 11,500, which we know her as Lucia. It said, as she has been called, could transform thinking people of America. We can no longer say that the first colonizers of America came from north of Asia. Now let's pull up some fucking images of her, man. Since people want to sit here and play these games with me, man. Like this is what we've been doing from day one. I ain't never changed my motherfucking script on what I was saying. And I still ain't like people crossing the border neither. So I don't like, they weren't crossing the border when the mighty Algonquin was here. You get an arrow on your fucking face. So I mean, I don't know what really to tell anybody. Like, I mean, what we supposed to be doing? Well, just nobody gets crossing no fucking border, my dude. Just coming over here, and you can see that. Cause look, they left evidence. They left evidence. Look. They left evidence. They left a distinctive look of what people look like here. You see this? You see this right here? Look, and this is in Mexico. So look, here's another one. I see this? Now he look different from him. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. Do the man he holding look different from the nigga who holding him? Jaguar?
Oh yeah, that's a major difference.
I mean, but it's like, so all right, so if you had to say the guy who holding him, what would he be classified as?
Yeah, that would be a Negro.
Okay, so the guy he's holding, what would he be classified as?
Boy, it'd have to be an invader or foreigner, evidently.
Okay. All right. So now, back to the topic. Now, this is according to Dr. Walter Neves. Okay, once again, as she can be called, could transform the thinking of people. What do Dane Calloway say? I'm just here to make you think, right? But they're saying that the first skull here was a Negro. Now we got other skulls that personally tells you otherwise. Now look, check it out. Let's go a little further, right? Because I'm gonna show you something else. We're gonna cross-reference this shit. Like we always do. We ain't nothing changed. We're gonna keep doing the same shit we've been doing. Now listen to this, right? Now look. Now remember, we know the bullshit from the fake. So when they say Africans, they get saying Aborigines that they found here, and now because you told all around the world that people of this color came from Africa, then they automatically putting that term on them. No one ever said they was African. You can't find no text. Even people who say they got African in their blood can't prove that these people African. They only being assumed that because they think that they slaves. But then when you say, well, oh, wait a minute, the Indians was enslaved in the Caribbean, brought back from the Caribbean too. How can you prove to me that your family's African? Oh, because they was enslaved. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. You don't understand. So we get lost. All right, so check it out. So it's saying It's saying North American begin with the African among the explorations of De Soto. Once again, all right. It's saying Narvaez. It's saying, however, in the works of African Native American, the language of the race of evolution of red and black people, Jack Forbes cites myths. Now look, he said myths, myths from South. When we, how's a fucking myth when we got an actual damn skull? Okay, from South America, where they found the skull at in Brazil, which is South America, right? It's saying that features a close cooperative relationship between the powers of Africa and the America. He concluded with his discussion on the relationship with the statements, thus in spiritual as well as spiritual sense. It's saying the American and African people have interacted with each other in a variety of settings and situations. The interaction may well have been begun in very early times. Long before Columbus, Africans may have been using a favorable sea current. Now, this is, he said, may have been. So this is speculation, okay? They're just saying because it was here. Okay, may have been using a sea current of small boats coming from America. It's saying one of the reasons Columbus sent return voyage to the New World because he said, I'm going to reconquer Jerusalem. He's never said nothing about India. They threw Indian in there later on or whatever. It said report of the Indians of Espanola who said that there have come to Espanola from south and southeast a black people who have the top of their spirits. Now people say, oh, there wasn't no black people here with spirits. But check this out. The last one had a spear in his hand. So we know they had spears. Montezuma had a spear in that fucking image he got. Okay? I can't even find it. Hold up. I got it. I can't even find it though, but they got spears all in these images right here. Look, let me see. And these people are dark, but they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna sit here and make you think like you never gonna find yourself in this shit unless you push it, man. You see, these people got spears right here, and these are the so-called Boma Park murals or whatever you want to call them, but these are definitely from Mexico or Central America. If I'm not correct on my correct term, we know I consider these to be of what we call the Boma Park murals. But I mean, I'm not politically correct though. But
Nah,
um,
you right.
yeah, I'm just saying. But look, do he or not got a spear in his fucking hand? But people would say, oh, they didn't have spears here because they got spears in Africa. Montezuma got a spear in his hand, my dude. Look, let's see. Let's find a picture of Montezuma or what's the name said he looked like in a book. Now, like I said, I mean, I understand people might be doing their own thing when it comes to this shit or whatever, but like I said, do not get it fucked up with what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to let my people here know who we are. If we was already here, because other people is reclaiming everything. We can't claim nothing. We can't claim none of the culture that we had, that we created. Even like a little nigga like Little Nas X or any, we can't even go back and reclaim that. Nigga saying, oh, you a culture vulture then. So like I said, man, like this whole thing has been about culture freedom, my dude. Everything about culture freedom. Everything. Everything is about culture freedom. I can't even fucking find that picture, yo. You motherfucker. But he got a spear here too. Okay? They got a spear right there. Alright, so we'll go back into this. Once again, now we just gonna look at some modern day people who they giving credit to being these people when I get done with this, all right? And see, do they fit the narrative to what they are saying? Okay, because he can said that the Asians, that the people here who look like Luzia, which I just showed, did I show the image of Luzia? Did I show the image of Luzia? Did I show you guys an image of Luzia? Yeah, I believe I did. Y'all know what the image of Luzia look like, man. I ain't gotta show y'all. Y'all already know. We ain't gotta go. That's already understood. But nonetheless, though, he's saying that they found people that they trying to say which runs west of coast. That's speculation. They're trying to insert that in there. I don't know why it's so important not to say it was black people here. I don't know why. I don't know why everybody. That's the big Masonic secret, man. All right, now it's saying there are other indications of pre-Columbian contact with Africans. Now they automatically is assumed African, which there are other people around the world who look just like us in Southeast Asian and all that other place, but yet they ain't called Africans, and all of a sudden we are. And when they find them in America, because they trying to hide it, and that's what been my whole game plan from day one is to put this shit out there. Ain't never been to about no, oh, I'm with these other Indians that's claiming, nah, my dude, I ain't with them. I'm with my people here. Now, like I said, when we could get this sorted out and we can figure this shit out amongst us first, then maybe we can do all that. But for right now, you got people who, like I said, you walk up to them, they telling me their grandmother's Indian. They ain't never saying that they are. They saying their grandmother's Indian. Like you ain't part of your grandmother. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, but because you don't have none of these people on these tribes, and you see a motherfucker in any African tribe that look like somebody from your family. Well, I ain't gonna say any, because a lot of them don't look like us neither. But I guess because of the color of their skin, and over here we get treated because of the color of our skin. So it always been over here the color of skin, always. Even though some people adapt and ignore that, And like I said, man, come on, bro. We all know. Listen, I'm not telling anybody not to date who you love. If you, I don't care if you want to date a billy goat. If you fall in love with a billy goat today and you feel as though that's what you want to do, then that's up to you. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you, listen, my dude, I'm gonna cut you off because the shit is weird. And then otherwise, I'm like, nah, my dude, you supposed like I thought you supposed to be procreating or doing what you're supposed to be doing amongst your Indians and your tribe. That's the reason why them tribes look the way they look now, because of motherfuckers dipping and dodging and shit. And then, like I said, man, you can't. If out of all these beautiful ass black women out here, you can't find one beautiful black woman. Like, for real. Like, I mean, not one. All these beautiful black women out here. All these mad beautiful, wonderful looking black women, yo. Oh my God! Even you can't find one over here. You can chew. You can go in the Caribbean. You can go, like, come on, man, anywhere. But like when you talk about this, most people don't they don't view themselves on interracial marriage. Like I said, once you get knowledge of self, then you already know what time it is. Prior to knowledge of self, yeah, if you was dating outside your race or whatever, and if you can't find a woman that fits your term, but yeah, that's something different. But if you could choose, if you got three sisters right here and you got one white girl right there, and you like, man, I'm choosing a white girl, oh, then that's a problem. You understand? That's a problem. That's a problem. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fucking problem. And the same thing, vice versa. Because I thought we supposed to be pulling our people up. We supposed to, if you got the knowledge of self, why not give your sister the knowledge of self and pull her up, and not pull her up? Why not? That's what it's supposed to be about. Pulling her up. I don't give a fuck if we can't be together forever. Let me leave you with these jewels, and hopefully you can apply this shit to your life, and I'm gonna go on and find me another beautiful copper colored sister look just like you. Okay? Well, I say what the fuck I feel like saying, man. I don't hold no bars when it comes to my channel. If you already go back about 2-3 years ago, you already see I was already always saying something about all this other shit that I'm talking about right now. I ain't never say I was with no diversity, because I still challenge that too. I still challenge European. How did Europeans get here? Who sent them the memo over to Europe to come here? What was it? Europeans here before they came in? Okay, so somebody sent them the memo to come here and flood this fucking land and take the land, and then they'll oppress you on your own motherfucking land. And they know this, and they got documentation. They'll show it to you. They'll put it out there. But then when you read it and you show it to somebody, then it's a problem. But let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. So look, All right. So he said other pre-Columbian megalithic have carved ancient Olmecs, whatever, bear African features, similarities between African pyramids and red boats, their counterparts in America. It said photograph linguistic similarities between Northern Africans and Native American culture are often no, it's saying are offer no all offer to support the idea of ancient contact upon observing the Olmec sculptures of Mexico. It's saying in 1869, Dr. Jose Milger, he said, reported as a work of art. It is without exaggeration a magnificent sculpture, but what's astonishing is the Egyptian type representation. It's saying, I reflect that there has been undoubtedly Negroes in this. He's identifying, separating them from other people. He ain't saying, okay, well, these people look like this or these people look like that. Nah, 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 nah. He's saying one particular type of people, which they call my people that. They call my people Negroes. So that's why I got into this shit. I didn't get into this shit to be looking on them tribes and seeing them people on there saying, oh, well, fuck it. Nah, B. Nah. I might as well stay right here in the motherfucking ghetto and walk around with a feather on here. Okay? Copy that.
Word, man. And you like you say, man. If I went to a powwow and that same thing was going on, I would feel lost. If I couldn't find nobody that really was like me, that was in my same situation, to the point where I'm so far off or so behind. Like I say, I found plenty of names in my family because on my father and my mother's side, pretty much all my people from here. You know what I'm saying? My mother's side, we got that one white dude who came into play some generations ago, but that's it. And I got so many tribes that I could represent. I don't even know what tribe I would. Like, it's like I don't want to feel like I'm just only repping this tribe, but then I supposed to go to every tribe that I supposed to be from and actually get some type of recommendation from them, or how can I formulate something that can represent the people that's like me?
You gotta get enough people that's in the same agreement with you who can identify with it. That's the first thing
That's
to
it.
building the nation. So
That's all I'm trying to do right now before I can make any business move, or before I set up any type of anything, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find more people who can really help
identify.
me
So
establish that. You know what I'm saying?
why do you think why do you think when you tell most black people they Indians, why do you think they shun that? Why do you think they shun it?
Man, really, because it's you really kind of trained up to. I mean, and then when you see what an Indian look like off the gate, you automatically gonna turn your head like, oh well, shit, they can't be in my family, you know. And then when you actually try and call and contact these people to see, and they still, I'm not saying all of these people are doing that, but for that man to represent the Cherokee alone, and all these people saying that they're Cherokee, and he simply say nobody that's a Negro is from America,
Mm-hmm.
when only Negroes were found in America.
But an archaeologist just told you that the first person here looked it like Lucy. It's a reason why a Mongoloid and a Negro is not the same fucking people. It's a reason why. It's a reason why he said Lucy looked like a Negro, because that don't look like a fucking Mongoloid. It don't look like a Mongoloid. It don't look like a European. It don't look like a Chinese. It don't look like no other race on this fucking planet except a dark skinned person. And like I said, that shit can vary because you got Indians that's dark skinned, but they don't look nothing like us.
Right.
They got hair like dogs, and they got all of these other mutations that come from them being mixed with animals. And if you study the world, you'll understand that. Even when you see them dog race of people, they was over there they was over there in India. That's why they grow hair and hair be like it is. That's why motherfuckers come over and get haircuts, man, because they don't want to show you their true colors. Nigga be a walking Sasquatch, walking into work and shit. Nigga gotta take his shirt off to get a shape up. Nigga like, yeah, man, yo, take your shirt off, my dude. But look, yo, motherfucker, like, yo, I'm just saying, man, I got hair on my chest a little bit, but I'm just saying, nigga, like, yo, man, yo, Chewbacca, take that shirt off, dude. Like, yo, nigga, like, yo, hit that with a 1 first and then fade it out. Word is bond, yo. I'm telling you, when you study, you ain't listen, my dude. You see how them people's running around spinning like that, nigga? Michael Jackson, a real Indian. You see how he spin? Let some brothers get out there. Niggas ain't gonna be. First of all, turn that drum off. Cause that ain't the shit we was doing. Our shit was like the same shit, like that same boom boom bap, boom 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 bap, boom boom bap, boom 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 bap, boom boom bap, boom 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 bap. And niggas automatically like, oh shit, niggas can't control that body. They hit that, nigga hit that beat. Like oh shit, niggas start fucking moonwalking on his own and shit. Like, oh shit, because of that music and that connection to that music. We ain't them people listening to no drums like that.
Nah,
dude.
not with type
that ain't
tempo.
us. I don't got no connection
yeah,
to that
tempo.
shit.
We can't even figure
Bro,
how we gonna dance off of that. Like,
bro,
right? All our stuff is hitting with a
that's right.
rhythm of the heart, and that heartbeat gonna make your body move, and that's just really. I mean, you're right, man. You know, it's
Bro,
just
common sense, bro.
common sense.
You know, bro. I know who the fuck my people is. These niggas be dancing in the street. Let the motherfucking electric slide or one of the club songs come on. Everybody in the club, everybody in the street dancing to one rhythm and shit. Like, come on, who does this, man? But these motherfuckers running around here, like, I don't even want to be on it. Yo, for real. Like, do you understand? Like, what the fuck?
That wasn't even.
Like, come on, man. Come on, for real, y'all.
That's not it for
real. For real.
And
what y'all saying in the comments, y'all?
And I mean, it just got to be called out because people really are confused because a lot of people don't have time to even watch our videos, man. Some of our videos is too heavy and too extensive for people to go fact check and go make out time, man. People got real lives, people got families, so people just trying to get straight to it. Ain't nobody really,
bro, you know a powwow when you go to a fucking cookout, my dude. That's a real powwow. That's a real powwow when you go to them. Even though the cook and then the Indians was wilding back then too. Niggas, oh man, Big Chief Bowinkle out there fighting Little Chief John and shit. Them niggas that got drunk, them niggas out there banging and shit. Niggas that pull his blade out on them and everything. But like I said, our rhythm is more boom, boom, bap, boom, 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 bap. It ain't no boom. Oh no. Stop playing. Niggas out there, niggas creating all types of dances at these cookouts and shit. Nigga, all that shit, man, like that shit like Kid and playing them, man. We was creating all that shit, nigga. That's Indian shit, nigga. Niggas doing a James Brown and shit. You don't see none of them Indians doing no James Brown or none of that shit.
How you see these instruments played in the churches? That's about the same. That's about as close as you gonna get what our people was doing, man. Like that type vibe. Like even if it was just drums, it still had it was an actual song. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? It was
Hey, look, check this out real quick. Look. Let me show y'all something real quick. Look. Now hold up. Now watch this. Watch this. Just watch this. Now tell me right now how many of y'all feel this shit right here real quick. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. I ain't gonna play a lot of it. Remember this joint at the motherfucking cookout, right?
Yeah, see, I'm already moving.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look. Look. This that shit, nigga. Play that shit again, man. Come on, man. Look,
You know what I'm saying? You got to
look.
pause with it
You
and
hear that
everything.
shit? Now, hold on. You hear that, right? You hear that, right? Now, look. And like I said, even the Latinos got that same, even you could dance to that shit they be playing. Like when you hear reggaeton, I could dance. I hear that shit. I'm like, oh shit. Like, that same shit. I can dance to that too. I'm not gonna front. And reggae music. That's why we vibe with that shit, bro. Because all of that shit is us, my dude. I'm keeping one motherfucking 100. All that shit is us, bro. Regardless of whatever you may think, that's us. We got a totally different vibe, my dude. We ain't vibing off of that shit. These niggas running up there, dancing in circles and shit. Niggas like, what the fuck is this? These niggas doing? Like,
And we too
nah,
advanced.
that's
We
your
too
family
advanced.
right there. Nigga,
We gotta
yo,
have more than that, man.
yo,
That's
yo. So hold up. So be for real, y'all. No. Hold up. Be for real. Let's be for real.
nah,
Look,
man. That's too flat.
look.
That shit flat as hell, man.
Damn, my bad. That shit. My daughter that shit. Look. Look, bro, I'm lost.
Yo, wait a minute,
I'm
man.
lost.
Oh,
I'm
man.
lost. I ain't got no. I'm lost. I'm lost. Look at big man right here. Now I can show you a big fat nigga dancing. I can show you a big fat nigga getting down. My man right there got a little rhythm with him and shit. The nigga with the pink shirt. Look, a little bit.
He
Look,
got a little,
come
yeah,
on, man.
but the
He
beat
got a
ain't
little
even really got no rhythm, man.
bro. Come on, man. Who running around and listening to that shit, bro? Come on, that ain't these people ain't us, man. You go ahead. I style like that's why niggas. That's why most of our people stay behind the South. It's like, yo, y'all going to Oklahoma? Nope. I'm staying right here, homeboy. Don't forget the right, nigga.
Word.
Nigga, like fuck this. We're gonna deal with these people later on, though. But don't forget the right. We're gonna stay. I'm staying right here in Charlottesville. I'm staying right here in motherfucking Georgia. I'm staying right here in Tennessee. I'm staying right here in Alabama. I'm staying right here in motherfucking Pentecosta, Florida. I'm staying right here in Jacksonville. I'm staying right motherfucking here, dude. You want to go to Oklahoma? Nope. they're like, yo, you want to go to Oklahoma? Nope. You understand? You're gonna be out there doing this. And then you gonna miss it like, man, damn, man, around this time last year, man, we was at a cookout or shit. Like, hey, Jag, look, nigga, you be sitting up there with them, right? And nigga be like, yo, man, damn, man. Around this time last year, man, we was at the cookout, man. The music was playing and everything. Now we here doing this shit, man.
Word, like, yo.
Nigga had some Pumas on and shit, man. We didn't move past this shit, nigga. Yeah, I had a feather in my shit, but goddamn, niggas like, man, niggas cooling and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can't get with this shit, man. Like for real, you know this ain't your culture
Nah.
because you cannot get with it. Like, come on, and niggas running around here. I'm like, are you really part of this shit? Okay, well, you can't be part of that shit I just played when that shit come on at the cookout, nigga. When that shit come on, when that shit come on at the cookout, nigga, you the nigga over there sitting down and shit. Nigga over there like these niggas possessed, like they got the Holy Ghost and shit, man. Nigga like everybody. Once that song played, you see the babies jump out. The babies out there dancing and shit, yo. Like, bro, it's a fact. This shit is a fact, my dude. It's a fact, and y'all in the chat room know it. And you know it. And you know it in the chat room. Y'all know it. Y'all, it might be, I might be laughing. I might be making it, I might be whatever. Y'all know this shit right here. Y'all know this ain't your culture right here. This ain't, that's why he told you ain't part of the chat room. You ain't right. We ain't part of them. He absolutely right.
That's right, man. And like you say, man, it's okay for somebody who clearly is mostly of another ethnic group to represent something that history, when you actually research history, tells you they're pretty much not, but they can rep the culture and have the right to tell, yo, like that is totally wrong, man. Like, I'm not vouching for that. I'm not gonna ever vouch for that. Now, if you do have any other ethnic group in you or whatever that you feel is not of America or whatever, or if you're really not from America, or if your people mostly are this other, foreign ethnic group, and you really trying to help us, I'm with you because we ain't. I mean, you keeping it real, but if somebody's gonna be upset because it's still a majority of our tribes and nations, if they're really supposed to be ours, we don't even know if these things really are just made up and sometime in favor incorporated in a political construct to adapt to Native Americans instead of the original Americans. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these terms is still new terms. They ain't still the original terms of the people.
Look, I got another one for you. I got another song for y'all they be playing at the cookout. Listen to this, and it ain't nothing like this stiff shit they doing. Look, look, look. It's the type of shit niggas be playing
Yeah,
at the cookout. Niggas ain't. I don't
yeah.
care. Fuck it. You niggas, you might not play this shit in your car, but when that shit come on at the cookout with all that other shit, niggas is getting down,
You
bro.
still getting
Everybody's
out.
dancing.
That's right.
Bro. I go with my girl family house. Everybody dancing, bro.
That's right.
Everybody dancing. Everybody, kids, grandmother, mother, everybody. Motherfucker who got one leg, nigga can't get up and then nigga out there getting it in, man, for real. And you talking about this is your shit right here? Nah, B. The Southeast Indians is totally different from this shit, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't look at the whole Native American culture from, in America. No. We're in the South. We the Southeast Indians. We the ones they found first. We're not the ones that some of our people did go on the Trail of Tears, but the majority of our people stayed in the South. That's
right.
it. That's it. And if you do got brothers, sisters that may came from the Caribbean or came from Latin America, it's all no problem with that. But at the end of the day, when they telling you, and then like I said something, like I said, look, let me go back right here real quick. Let me see, where the fuck was I at? Right here. All right. So he's telling you this. So check this out, right? So now they telling you about all the shit they find in Mexico, right? So Dr. Leon Weiner is saying has proposed that African traders now. Here we go with this. It's from Guinea. It said founded a colony near New Mexico, okay, near Mexico City, okay. It said from which they exerted a cultural and commercial influence, extending north to Canada to south to Peru. He suggests that the indigenous culture of including the Maya, the Aztec, the Inca civilization was strongly influenced through contact with African civilization. Historians and scientists from Auguste Le Plongeon or whatever in the 19th century and to Barry Fells. Okay, now these are people saying it in the later half of the 20th century. All right, now look. It's saying African contact with ancient America. It's saying whatever the truth is, it is certain that along the coastal rim of the Caribbeans and the Gulf of Mexico, which is Louisiana. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, hold up. It's saying early explorers encountered numerous African Indian triracial mixtures. Okay, now look, this is what he's saying. Now check this out. Now let's go to some pictures of the fucking Mayans today, and let's see who the fuck they giving credibility to. I mean, didn't he get say what the Mayans look like? I mean, this is what he get said, right? All right, these are your image of today Mayans, my dude. Okay. Now you got to put yourself in the shoes of the white man when you see them. If these people was to come to America, would you classify them as a Negro? That's what you got to ask yourself. Now, maybe colored, maybe, but then you got to look at the phenotypical of the colored people today. Okay. Now, how did they go from looking like Africans to looking like this? Huh? Are these original people they found there, Jaguar?
Man, supposedly it was Negroid findings through the anthropology, and of course the archaeology shows paintings and murals or artifacts that, just like the Olmec heads with Negro features. You know what I'm saying? So right now, what I'm seeing with these people, I don't see any similar to old man heads off, not off the rip. Maybe some people in the background or something. I don't know, but I ain't really looking too hard. But
This
off,
is generalizing like a
people,
motherfucker. Look,
yeah,
but
these
this.
people look like Asians though.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But are these people not recognized as Indians, and your black ass recognized as an African?
That is true according to these other people and our education, man. So I mean, yo, it can't be denied. Uh,
Now hold up. Now look, check that out. Now look. All right, so let's see the modern day Inca people. since they since he said they was inspired by African culture. Let's see the modern day Inca people. So these are the modern day Inca people. So these are the Incas that built all the shit then, right?
Nah, because you even look at the Roman Empire, not the Roman Empire, but the Inca Empire. Uh, what was it? It was like a little pedigree, man, and it showed you clearly how the Inca emperors was, dark skinned Negro type people. You know what I'm saying? Like they did not look like this at all until the invasion of Cortez, but they still didn't even look like that. It didn't, he was even still dark skinned, kind of favoring Negroes. He was just more of a tawny, more of a lighter, you know what I'm saying? Still like a different hue from what they were showing. So no, these are not the original Inca people.
So do they look like this though?
No.
Okay, all right. He just said that according to all the explorer, I just read a couple there. I ain't really go deep into it, but look, now look, they go to Midwest Indians. Look, good luck finding yourself here either. Look, hold up, let me see something. Look, them people look just like these people right here. Now these are people from Siberia. Now look at these people. This is Siberia. All right, so it's either these people are the real Indians, or the real Indians looked more like Africans, or more like what we consider an African to be. You know what I'm saying? It's either or. It can't be in between. Can't be both. Well, if both these people were here, then where was they at? They had to be in different areas. Obviously,
That's right.
common sense will tell you that. You ain't gotta. I don't give a fuck how dark an Eskimo is. I don't have nobody in my family look like no Eskimo. I'm sorry. I don't have nobody in my nobody. Let me find a black Mexican. Let me find a blackest Mexican I can find. The blackest Eskimo I can find, bro. Can't even find one. Let me find the blackest Eskimo I can find, dude. Can't even find one. These people look just like these Native Americans, my dude. You understand? What? But that's because of this. They ain't got no control over them. I ain't got no control over them neither. I'm not claiming to be them. I ain't got no problem with these people. I'm just not them. And these aren't the people they found when they came here.
That's true.
And that's the reality of it. And like I said, you got people, you want to be part of these tribes, no problem. You're going to find yourself caught up doing this right here. You're going to find yourself in the middle of this right here while niggas at the cookout and shit, man. Good luck. Look, now she got a little flow with her, but the women got a little flow, but come on, man. It's hard to dance to that shit, bro. You play that shit at the cookout, you're going to get shot. You pull that shit out, nigga. Niggas gonna like, yo, get that nigga. Niggas gonna automatically start shooting you.
Go
They're like,
slam
man, oh, what the
the
fuck is this?
speaker, throw it in the lake, goddamn.
Niggas like, yo, man, somebody made a mistake. Like, you, man, come on, bro. Like, for real. I mean, I don't like. Look, I'm not making fun of nobody, people. I'm just telling you who mine and who not mine. So, with that being said, like I said, it's culture freedom is self-explanatory from this point of view. Okay, it's self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory. Even though Black Americans come in a mixture of all different races, creed. I mean, all different colors and descriptions and everything, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now look, let me see something. Let me find a Shinnecock. Let me see if I can find a Shinnecock. Let me see if I can find a Shinnecock. Let me see if I can find a Shinnecock. I think it got an H in it. No result found. Hold up.
Yeah, H.
H in it. Shinnecock power. All right, so look, now this is the Shinnecock right here. Now this the look. Let's take a look at this one now. Let's see if we find any faces that look like us. Let's see the difference. You want to see a fucking difference? Let's see the difference. You can see the difference already, right? Look. Look, this old dirty bastard tribe. Look, already you see, do we see a difference or do we not see a difference, Jack?
Yeah, that's
Look at
yeah.
the first, look at the first, look at the first, look. Okay, now we might see in the back some different similarities, but we know we see some different people up in here. Now, my brother right here, he looked like he was from the other tribe, but he thriving with us. It's all good, no problem. But you look at the rest of these people. You see Negroes in here,
Yeah.
okay? You
True.
see Negroes in. It's a totally different atmosphere than what you get said. Now, look, let's go to another one real quick. Let's go to the Nasser Garrett. I think that's how you spell it, Nasser Garrett. Man, fuck it. Let me see. Powwow. Let me see something. Did I spell? No, I ain't spelled the shit right at all. Nasser Garrett is much longer than that. Let me see something. Yeah, Syrian. Nasser Garrett. Nasser Garrett. Man, she ain't no help, man. Y'all not how the fuck you
I
spell
think
it?
you put an A after the G.
That's A I think it's something like that. Let me see. No, that's in Mexico. I ain't even coming up. That's a Shinnecock. This one right here. All is not law. Let's look at this one right here. Let's see this one. Because they know the same way. They just got federally recognized and then they took it back from them. But you're going to see pretty much the same shit. Like in some cases. Because of different marriages. Now look. Let me see something. Okay, now she might have somebody in her family that might be a Negro. Now look. Okay. Okay, all right. Now you'll look at his hair and think his hair is straight and shit. Like, oh shit, where he come from? Look. Okay, they go brother right there, see? Now we see some people who look like us. Okay, that make you feel okay. Well, and then you start asking other questions later. You know what I'm saying? But for now, you see people who do look like you. You understand what I'm saying? You see at least a few people. God damn. The other ones, the Cherokees, where everybody said they was from, you ain't see nobody look like you. Look, another person. Look, you see Negroes all you think, oh, her hair straight. Nah, she got a perm in her shit, dude. Or her hair is probably straightened. Now I don't know where this brother right here came from, but these niggas ain't the original people from these tribes. I don't care what you say, unless they intermarried with somebody, and you gonna have to show me the person they intermarrying for me to believe this shit. You ain't just gonna automatically interject. You ain't gonna go from this right here. You ain't gonna go from this right here to where he come from. So is he an African? Or is the other people invaders? I don't know. What you tell me? I'm trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's culture freedom right there. You see that? That's culture freedom right there. But when the real questions come down to like, yo, man, you're African? Nah, man. So how are you an Indian? Oh, so did the original Indians have hair and look like you, or did they look like this guy right here? Oh, we don't want to get into that. We are all brothers. We're all brothers. And we can all be brothers. It's not a problem. But we trying to get down to the bottom of it. Because if you can prove that undoubtedly that it was people here that looked it like this, or looked it like somewhat of the people we've been seeing throughout this tribe or whatever, then you can say, all right, well, that's a start. That's a start. I see people who do look like me. And I know there's other tribes, man. I know there's other tribes. But like I said, for the most part, this is why I got into it. I ain't get into it to be at no powwow with all these people claiming to be me. I ain't do that. And it's obvious that this is what's going on, because if you take a look at it, you could take a look. You take a look. Now, how I go from this brother, right? So is this brother African or not? Either he African or he, or like, which one is it? Is it him or is it him? Yeah, I know it's too controversial, right? Look, it went from that brother to what you get seen. This shit right here, I might as well go to the fucking Bronx. Look, little sister right there. You might as well go to fucking Disneyland. You're gonna see a diverse of people just like you see this. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. You might as well go to Disneyland, because you're gonna see the same diversity of people as you see right here. So, like I said, I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers up. I'm just trying to keep it 100. Some of these people do not look like what they consider to be a Negro. And if you think so, I don't know what the fuck a Negro is then. Because obviously these Europeans got a different idea on what the fuck a Negro is. And people know they're not Negro, so they automatically classify themselves as other, white, or whatever you want to call them. So, at the end of the day, man, what is culture freedom? We don't have culture freedom. You have no culture freedom. Your culture freedom has been stripped from you. So, like I said, I'll come back later and do something different. But for the most part, I got a few things I got to go run around and go do Sunday. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. And you know what? Let me play the conversation from the Choctaw. Let me play this one before I get out of here. I'm gonna play this one for you. I promise I was gonna play it for y'all.
Word though, man. I mean, on the real, we just gotta clarify the truth and really goddamn get down to it, because everybody, like I said, everybody on different levels, some people in different areas of life, but we gotta really just be real and honest about the situation, about what's being said and what's going on. If we can prove that these people are perpetrating our culture or taking our culture and denying us of it, it needs to be known and exposed. So these people can be held accountable for their actions also, man, because it's not right. It's not right, man.
That's a fact, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. I want to hear that. Oh, everybody was saying shit. These niggas saying Negroes. Everybody ain't calling. They don't treat everybody like they treat Negroes here. I don't want to hear that shit. Nah, fuck that. Niggas choose to be Negroes by dressing like them. You know what I'm saying? That's how niggas become Negroes. They come here and choose to be like you by dressing like you, by sagging your pants, instead of wearing the cultural shit that you've been raised to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you some real shit. They choose to be Negroes. And like he said, he said, I'm a nigga, he's a nigga. Wouldn't you like to be a nigga too? And you see motherfuckers coming here calling themselves niggas. Like, come on, my dude. Like what? Like what? How ill is that? Like, come on, my dude. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's in a way culture freedom too. Cause these niggas got cultural aspects to come here and call you something that you don't even culturally agree with. You know what I'm saying? Let me play this video right here, man. We're gonna get busy with this, man. I might go a little further, man. Let me just play this. It's like 10 minutes, man. I'm gonna play the whole. Hold up. It's just, let me make sure. Let me see something real quick. Hold up. If you would like to contact the registration department, please press 1. For the tax office, thank you for calling Cherokee Nation. Oh no, that's the Cherokee. Hold up. Let me see something. Hold up. It might be the other one. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me try to find this shit. Give me 1 second, y'all. I could have swore I sent it to him. Let me see how loud it is on this. Let me see something. It's this one. Hold up. All right, I'm gonna play it like this. Tell me if you can hear it, Jack. All right, hold up. Let me see. Tell me if you could hear it.
All right.
Hold up. Thank you for calling the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. At any time during this call, please dial a 0 to speak with an operator. If you know your party's extension, please dial it now. For office closures, press 1. You can hear it, Jack?
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
All right. And an operator will assist you. Yakuki, and thank you for calling. What the fuck? Hey, good afternoon. How you doing? I'm trying to like find out whether I got some type of connection to the tribe. How would I go about doing that? 'Cause my grandmother said she was a full-blooded Choctaw. But I just like I keep running into problems like as far as like trying to like get history or just do research or find out a way to where I can connect myself to the tribe. because she was actually displaced. She actually told a lot of the family members that at the time that they were saying that a lot of them was Indians, that they was lynching a lot of them, and she had to go under the classification of color.
Oh, so she was underneath the classification of color, and so she didn't have a truck roll number.
Nah, absolutely not.
I can send you to the truck roll membership, and you can ask them those questions. I can give you a solid answer on that. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure. That'll work. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. They think you have to talk about your questions. I think you have a good turn.
All right, no doubt. Thank you.
Tessa, you have the membership. This is Tessa. Can I help you?
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing good. My name is Ahanu. My grandmother, my great grandmother, she was Choctaw, and I just like the last probably year and a half, I just been really trying to connect myself to the tribe. I don't really. Well, I don't. Her name was Etu Chitty. Etu. Her name was Etu.
E-T-H-E-L?
Yes. Chitty. Chitti.
Is that her married last name?
Yes.
Okay, what was her maiden last name?
Her maiden last
Do
name.
you have the roll number?
No, I don't even have the rule now. I didn't even know anything about the like this. A lot of this stuff is new to me because it's like I didn't know as far as like I know about the rules and everything, but I still thought that because of the UNDRIP and the United Nations Independent Declaration of Indigenous People, I thought like you can still, still have a right to go back and reclaim your tribal identity. So I didn't know, like, I didn't know that you had to be on the rolls.
Right. For the uncivilized tribes of Oklahoma, they had to be on the Dawes Roll to be accepted and to get a CDIB card. And they had to be living in Oklahoma between 1899 and 1906.
Oh, my grandmother was living, she said her family was in Oklahoma probably in the 1700s. Before then, no, I'm sorry, not in Oklahoma. I'm sorry. Her family's from Alabama. Alabama, Georgia, around that area. But they didn't go on the Trail of Tears because a lot of them stayed in the South, in the Southeast. A lot of them, like I said, they was classified as colored, and a lot of people keep saying because we're colored, we're not real Indians. But I see Europeans claiming to be Indians, and they're not having no hard time. Huh?
I agree. That's exactly not true.
Yeah. So but no. What I'm saying is, for most time, like anytime, someone of I wouldn't say a black descendant. I'm not black. I'm like I said, I'm what you consider copper color. But for some reason, my designation as a race is black, which I don't subscribe to. But what I was saying was, like, a lot of times that you tell a lot of people you're Indian, they be like, well, the Africans mixed with no. The Indians was enslaved. The Indians was enslaved in larger numbers here than Africans. So if the Indians was in larger number enslaved and they was all 13 plantations, that means that whether Africans mixed with them or not, that means that the majority of the people that's claiming to be colored would be Indian. None of us would be African because they enslaved more Indians here. And this is facts. They can show you the numbers. They can show you that they were sending people to Charleston, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Louisiana. They got documentation of this, and it's just so funny that, like, like I looked on your page, and I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know what do your chief classify itself as, but I do know what the European, what this so-called society would classify him as, and he don't look like an Indian to me. I never say. Because I'm just under the impression, like, how could white settlers come here and they claim to be Indians?
But I'll tell you right now, we have plenty of people that are of color that have a CDIB card.
so I.
The people I have plenty of friends that I grew up with, they are black and they have their CDRB card.
Why is there a separate Choctaw, a separate Choctaw Nation besides y'all?
You mean which one?
The one that Chief Warhorse is under.
What state?
I think she is in Louisiana.
The Jenna Band?
I think it might be. I'm not
We have nothing to do with the Jenna Band.
Oh,
We wouldn't even put like the Jenna Band and Choctaws on our cards. That would be on them.
Oh, okay. No, I know they're not federally recognized though. I do see that.
Right.
But why are most of the tribes that's predominantly black not federally recognized?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're getting at. That's what I'm saying.
Cause you got like up north.
To the Dog Commission.
No, I'm saying, all right. Let's say
Those years.
let's say up north right here where I'm from. You got the Shinnecock. You got New York tribes. The Shinnecock can't even. The Montauk and the Shinnecock. They got a case in 1912 when the Montauk went into court to claim that they were still descendants of the original Montauk. The judge said, y'all too dark to be Indian, when they know that the original Indians' hair was dark skinned. They couldn't be Europeans.
Where'd you read that at?
Where I got endless evidence of this. And I got pictures from explorers that came here, rustic, Verrazano River.
Yeah, but where'd you read that judge said that?
Oh, where did I read that the judge said that? If you Google Montauk Indian tribe in the case of I believe it's 1910 or something in that order. But however it went, the judge said, and this is what you see in a lot of cases of so-called black people trying to claim that they Indians, and I just find it really dishonest. Like, listen, I know some Europeans may have one third, but I'm trying to find out what is the real identity of the Indians. Don't tell me that they just all mix. What did the original Indian look like? That's what I'm trying to find out, because in the Southeast, it's like ambiguous and vague. We know that the people that's in like the so-called Asian-looking Indians, you don't find them nowhere in the Southeast. Nowhere. None of them. They're not in the Pequot, Wapanaki, the Nassau-Garrett. They're not in the Shinnecock.
And that's all fine and good. But all I'm concerned about is the Choctaw Nation. And if I can help you get enrolled with the Choctaw Nation, I can do that. Other than that, we've got a lot of work to do here.
No doubt. I got you. Okay. So how would I be able to can I just actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather some more documentation and everything, and because I can at least go back. I can at least go back 3 generations past my grandmother. So I'm just gather some further documentation, and I just give you a call sometime.
I'd be concerned with the ones that were basically alive there from 1899 to 1906.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll definitely do that. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Okay.
Sure.
All right, you have a good one. Okay. All right, y'all. Hopefully y'all heard that. Jack, you heard that?
Yeah, man. I'm glad you made all them points, but you probably overwhelm them with it to the point where you leave them no choice but to be speechless.
Yeah. That ain't the impression. I still try to come off respectful.
Right, you did.
I ain't trying to disrespect or nothing. Like, definitely not. Never that. You definitely never want to call on these people and disrespect them, because a lot of them don't really know. A lot of them don't know, and they under the same interpretation what we think, man. So, I told you guys I was gonna play. I got another one with the Seminole. I'll play that one tomorrow or sometime later. I'm looking for the one I downloaded with the princess from the Gala. That one is hilarious, bro. That one. I'm trying to find that one. I can't. What I did was I saved it under something I cannot find it under. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for it Like my computer saved it. I didn't save nothing. My computer saved the shit because it shut down and shit. And I don't know what it saved it as. I've been looking for like the last. This happened like 2 weeks ago, or whatever. But for the most part, like I said, man, that's this is what I'm talking about when I say culture freedom, man. And whether you accept it, let me see, fuck is this? Look, hold up, America, hold up. No, I ain't going there. That's something totally different. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, for the most part, um, yeah, that's what you see, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't be trying to be funny though, but you don't see yourself in nothing. And that's what the whole premise have always been with me. I've never, you know what I'm saying? My whole premise been the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Word. I can dig it,
Hmm.
man. I like to say that I stand myself for people who are real Americans, original Americans, and for those who can and can't find their tribes, but really stand for truth and really stand for peace, man. You know what I'm saying? For all others, I'm with whoever's with me and our people when it comes to the truth and who's gonna really stand up with us. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, I try to unify because I know at the end of the day, we're gonna need as much help as possible. But at the same time, I have to make sure I can at least help my family as much as possible. Because in my family, all I have is colored and Negroes that are labeled on our birth certificates. So
Hmm. Yeah. And
even
that's
if my people who label, I found some one of my grandparents was labeled as white also as well. But I know they were, they look like me. So it's not even necessarily the label itself. It's us as actual people who we really are and what we really are, man. Like I have to make sure that we do understand as a people. But I'm not going to nitpick tribes and who did this and who did that because I'm almost related to all these. I can find all these tribes in connection all the last names that I gathered. You know what I'm saying? So not like all of them, but most of them in the southeast. In my area, I'm in South Carolina, so most in my area, my last names that I got in my families on both sides relate and are indigenous to America. So I have to make sure I can at least represent myself well in my family and extend it and make sure we all on one accord as much as possible. And I'm taking all help and appreciation and with much gratitude from anybody that's really willing to help. I don't care if you is a Caucasian, but at
hmm
the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stand for what my people don't know because we got the informed and uninformed. And a lot of people who wanna, act like they with us are not informing us the way we need to be informed. So I want to be the one who's informed completely, and I want my people to be also. So just keep it real, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to you, bro. I know you got to do your thing. We can keep it going and keep it rolling, man. This ain't the disrespect or show, no racism to nothing. This is just the history we found and established, and many others to say who the Negro is and what cultures they had and what we was doing and how we still can show and prove the cultures that we have today in connection to the history and the past. And that's what we here to do, man. Let's keep it rocking, man. It's
that's
nothing else that we can do
right.
until we
And
get it
like I
together.
said, just remember this too. And look, remember this too, right? Just coming, right? None of these videos are meant to make anybody feel like none of it is no hatred. It's all reality, bro. You ask people who come here, why did they come here? They all going to tell you they came here for riches. And the same shit the Europeans said they came here for, the same thing what everybody else come here for. Motherfucker, I got pulled over by an African cop today, and I kind of went in on them. because I told him, I said, you ain't got no ancestors buried on this land. I said, you come here and you think you black. You ain't black. You ain't the same as us. You know what I'm saying? And he sat there and talked to me for like 10 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? But he still wasn't gonna rip them motherfucking tickets up. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to do his job, but he felt what I said. I'm like, bro, you come here and oppress us just like the Europeans do. And he was a cool brother after we got to talking and everything. But sometimes you gotta edify the people who want to be edified. If he gonna sit there willing to listen to me, then I might as well take that time to edify the brother and let him know, like, man, I take these gonna be dismissed any motherfucking way. So you ain't gotta worry about that. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to come here to become a cop, not the, you know what I'm saying? Because the nigga, he basically profiled me because I had a hood on and he was parked right there, and I'm like, bro, for real, you ain't see I ain't got no fucking seatbelt on, bro. I got my seat all the way back. You don't know if I got no fucking seatbelt on. What was your purpose to even engage? You had no reason to say anything to me whatsoever. You understand? Because I had a hood on, he just felt like he could pull me over. That's why I edified his ass, and he got completely edified. And I told him I'm not an African. Let him know, nigga, we was already here or whatever. And and that's how it is. And when I go to court, I'm gonna deal with them too because the nigga profiled me. So at the end of the day, man, you gotta know who for you. Your own people ain't for you for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever common cause you can find with anybody, you know what I'm saying, you could definitely benefit from that. I'm not never telling you all black. Some black people is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And to the most part, you can't always trust your own people neither, but you gotta still edify them and let them know. You still should know that they was here. They in that, you know what I'm saying, what some of their cultures or their creeds could be. And it ain't that shit we just seen motherfuckers spinning around in circles and shit with that playing that fucking beat. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nobody say that. I never seen I can't vibe to that shit. I turned that shit off, man. I can't listen to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying, like I said, I'm not trying to be funny. It's not meant to hurt nobody's feelings. If you choose to date outside your race, that's something on you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you choose, but after you get knowledge yourself, you should be pro your race because this whole shit ain't nothing about a race, man. Everyone is racing for resources. Everybody come here to race for resources. They say who was the first person to do this and how. Oh, we got this house. Everything is a race for resources, and we're the last people in the race because we haven't got the fucking memo. We ain't got the memo in the race. We think this shit is lolly. You think you see another black person and shit like, oh shit, another black person. He's just like, and he not. He came here. He came here for the motherfucking riches, nigga. He came here to eat off your land, nigga. I don't care how you look at it. And I ain't saying, but like I said, I give a pass to a lot of my Caribbean. I definitely give them a pass. But just like coming from a whole nother continent and then coming here and trying to use the same oppressive system to become a cop, if at minimum when you walk up to a brother, and I ain't trying to tell nobody to do a job, but come on, bro, you can give a nigga a warning. You don't even have to say, well, let me see your paperwork and all that goofy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could just say, look, man, you got your tail light out, sir. Just when you get a chance, just repair it, man. Just say, have a good day. Other than that, but you want to check their license and see if they got a record or, you know what I'm saying. So you want to do some extra shit. You got a benevolent reason for becoming a cop. You want to become a cop because you watch drug dealer movies or you've been propagandized that the black community need cops because they're so dysfunctional and everything, and they feed into that shit, and then they come in your community with that police, and they might not be like the white man, but it's gonna cost you commerce. You understand what I'm saying? You might could go in on a black cop, but not you can't go in like that on a lot of white cops. Some of them you can. You can go in on white cops. For them, I went in on plenty of white cops. White cops, Chinese. Man, listen, I got pulled over by a Chinese cop in New York. Man, I ignored that nigga, man. I said, bro, I ain't doing nothing, my dude. I gave that nigga a fucking debit card. I said, here, fam. I ain't answering no questions, man. Here, take this. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker came back to the car like, all right, sir, have a good day. Oh, yeah, I am. I am.
Hey, man.
About to go right uptown. I am. You know what I'm saying? Get that nigga a debit card. Like, here, fam. Good luck. Get nigga a cash app card. Like, good luck. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I
Good luck.
mean,
Good luck trying to incriminate me off this.
It's crazy, man. Like I had some people knock on my door yesterday trying to offer some free security, talking about it's been reports of crime in the neighborhood and stuff like that, right? But the thing about that be, you know, it's always somebody who's not us. You know what I'm saying? Who's coming around trying to offer the free security. And it's almost every year it's a different program. I'm like, so what is this? You know what I'm saying? Y'all walking around getting everybody address. How y'all get reports of crime if you not already active with the police? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and then you got these foreign police come over here. You ask them, are they U.S. citizens? They don't even respond because they under oath under some other type of jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, however the precinct works. See, that's a whole nother ball game too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, man, it's just deep, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. It's so much to point out, man, on how so much is given to other foreign races and other people. Like real talk. Hold on, right? I'm ordering this food right quick too, bro. Yeah, so
Damn, the fuck is that? Yo, but damn, yeah, man. Peace to everybody in the chat room, man. That's right. Oh no, I ain't on right now. That was Jag talking. Legacy, what's up, my brother? Yeah, but real talk, my dude. I ain't trying, like I said. Well, listen, I ain't trying to like to fuck with anybody dreams on what they trying to do. I'm not. When you hear me talk, you already know where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from no. I'm coming from a perspective that I look and I see how this whole system is corrupt and how they corrupt people when they come here. You can't speak upon that because people get upset, or you can't say, well, these Indians don't. Well, who the fuck is the real Indian? Because these Indians do not look like me, and these people are telling me I'm not them neither. So what the fuck do you want? Where do you want me to go from there? So either my grandmother's lying or somebody's fucking lying to me. Big Chief said, I've never met a Negro that didn't say they had Indian blood in 50 years of research, person to person. That's right. Mm-hmm. Well, Big Chief, you need to interview some of them people on camera and give me some of them. Yeah, man. 2 dislikes, man. I don't give a fuck about that. Niggas gonna keep disliking. I mean, the truth of the matter is the truth of the matter, man. I mean, like I said, is this not? It's not all these people saying Negroes. That's the only reason why I was identifying to being an Indian. I wasn't identifying an Indian because of them image, them people I showed you that's at them powwows. I was identifying the Indians because of the word that they saying that described me, described the people who was here too. It wasn't because of them people that I just showed you in the powwow. It wasn't never because of that. Because, like I said, if I look at that, I'm going back to Africa tomorrow. If I look for that, I'm going back to I'm going someplace where and I ain't trying to be segregated, but at the end of the day, that ain't my function right there. Yeah, they ain't. That's right. But you gotta. That's what. But you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know who you be. Bring up this article. What article is this? Oh, you want to read this? All right. Nah, yo, I've been going in on about this, man. I've been like, you ain't hear my videos. I've been telling you about a lot of, and I ain't like I said, yo, I ain't gonna front, bro. A lot of Dominicans is cool. A lot of everybody's cool people, man. You can't be misconstrued about somebody race, or you think that where they came from that they can't be good people. A lot of everybody's good people. But most, like I said, the most Dominicans I met, they was cool people, whether it's men, women, whatever. Most of them was cool people. You know what I'm saying? But over there in their country, they run amok up there and then come here like they don't know no English. Like, no, 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 me don't know nothing. Because here, over here, it's like, fuck it. We away from that. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I can go practice that over there. All right. So look, let me read. Man just said put this article up. I'm going to read it real quick and I'm out of here. All right. So look, it's a Dominican Republic. Check this out. It's a Dominican Republic stripped thousands of black residents of citizenship, may now expel them. All right. Now we've been talking about this for a minute now, but let's read through this. So you do know that the first war that they had over there, they was killing Dominicans. In 2013, the Constitution Court of Dominican Republic announced a decision that stripped an estimated 210,000 people, about 2% of the island nation population of their citizen overnight. The Dominican Republic is a Caribbean nation that occupies roughly two-thirds of the island of Hispaniola and the other half belonging to Haiti. The two countries are divided by language, history, and race. That is saying that division has often been toughest on Dominicans who are not Haitian descent. It's saying which is a group of people who have lost their citizenship in the ruling. It's saying the government later softened their decision to allow people with birth certificates to validate the citizenship, and those without them, it's saying, to register as foreign migrants. It's saying the deadline for which was last Friday at midnight. It's saying, but because the Dominican government for decades systematically refused to grant birth certificates of the people of Haitian descent, thousands were never able to obtain validation. That means there are now fear of what human right advocates have warned would be an act of ethnic cleansing. Like they do us here. They're saying that people of Haitian descent who cannot prove that the right to stay will be rounded and forced to return to Haiti. It's a country where many of them have never lived. Although the country of a foreign minister have promised there will be no mass roundup of government of the government has announced that it's readying buses and detention centers to gather to deport the people of Haitian descent about and has placed 200 troops on standby to support the process. The Dominican government has cloaked this all in language of immigration and border control, but the truth is much uglier. It's saying this is part of a much longer and a sinister story. Let's get down to this. All right, so the violence. Let's read this because I know a lot of motherfucking Dominicans. 1937, Dominican government force launched a bloody campaign of ethnic cleansing against people of Haitian descent and left thousands or perhaps even tens of thousands dead. It became known as the Parsley Massacre. Supposedly, troops who found a suspected Haitian would round up a spring of parsley and ask them to name it. It said those who could not pronounce the Spanish name Peralgio, it's saying with the proper roll R was presumed to be Haitian or Creole speaking, not true Dominicans, and was killed. It's saying this was the most famous incident in the anti-Haitian violence in Dominican Republic, but it was far from the only one. The ongoing crisis affecting the Haitian Dominican is considered so scandalous because it is widely seen with good reason and as just another people episode in the history of discrimination. And it's considered so dangerous because of what Dominican government has proven itself capable in the past. There has been numerous of incidents of violence and discrimination against Haitian Dominican communities. In 2002, Human Rights Watch documented mass explosion of Haitians and Haitian Dominicans in 91, 97, 99, and lesser degree in 2006. During those episodes, soldiers round up thousands of people in mass on the bias of their Haitian appearance and forcefully transport them to the border of Haitian, regardless of whether they had Dominican citizenships or were legally residents of the country. In 2005, the murders of Dominican woman near a Haitian border triggered a program like attack on Haitian communities in the Dominican Republic, in which houses are burnt and property destroyed, as well as mass deportation. Approximately 3,000 people. A few months later, a lynch mob of four men of Haitian descent in Santo Domingo, gagging them and burnt them alive. It's saying the following November, following the allegations that the two black men had killed a Dominican worker, mobs attacked the Haitian community of Gata now, whatever. It said, according to New York Times, the mob chanted, "Where there are two Haitians, kill one. Where there are three Haitians, kill two. But always let one go so he can run back to his country and tell what happened." Wow. Oh, all right. So that's just to give you a little bit about how people feel about black people in their country. And then people come here and set up shops. Like, you got to be kidding me. You got these Dominicans that come right here in black communities and open barbershops, bro, right in the middle of your city. And there is no other Dominicans around. There's not one Dominican living in that neighborhood. They just come here and open up a fucking barbershop. And there's two black barbershops right there. And then what they do is cut their fucking throat and think that they can do that anywhere. And like I said, that's what capitalism done. But because you don't own nothing, people say you got a right to do that. Now you got a right to go in your community. How the fuck you gonna come here and cut our hairstyle, shit that we was wearing in the '90s, and come here and put all spins on it, and then set up a barbershop and then get people think you can cut hair better than the people who designed the haircuts. And this is what be going on. So I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm like I said, man. I don't hold no bars, man. When it comes to I observe this shit. I know my community what it look like. You got all these motherfuckers owning liquor stores, Indians, all these motherfuckers who come here and mean you no good, and that money go right out your neighborhood and go right into their neighborhood, and then you're stuck with nothing. And then we haven't figured this shit out yet. We haven't figured it out. You want to open a barbershop in the white neighborhood, and they want to come down and open one in your neighborhood with all the fucking money at. So, with that being said, man, I got shit I gotta do, man. Shout out to my brother Jaguar Omek for coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters. If you like to donate to Culture Freedom, Hitting Cultures of America, Black Indians, please go to the link and donate if possible. Go to the t-shirt spring, cop yourself a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? And keep it moving from there, man. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, um, like I said, I mean, it is what it is, man. The observation of the world is serious. It ain't no nice observation. None of this shit that's hitting is hitting. This shit is common knowledge, man. And if somebody pull your coat to it, you might do the research on it and you might pull it up. So with that being said, love and light, man, to all my brothers, man. Like I said, man, hmm, what's that in Darren, Georgia? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's right. But like I said, with that being said, man, you already know what it is. Um, no hatred towards anybody, love anybody who for the people or could see the oppression that was done. You know what I'm saying? You can't come here and then brag about, complain about the oppression that was done here, because if you did the proper research before you came here, you would have already seen that this is motherfucking what you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Because they give you materialism things to cope with the insanity you develop from it, then that don't make shit good. But with that being said, it is what it is, man. Love and light to everybody, man. And you already know what it is. Peace.